the signal burns, a lesson taught, a fate we earn. Walls may crack, stones will fall, but the spirit stands through it all.
Rust in the flagpole stains the wind. Trucks roll heavy, hearts wear thin. Freedom ain't free, it's a price we pay. Real hard work ain't the modern way. Coast to coast we bled to build. Fields and factories, sweat, spill. Now they talk like we're the past, but we'll stand firm, gonna make this last. Land of the brave, land of the free. No suits or lies gonna bury me. True red blood runs strong tonight, but we stand firm, gonna make this last. Land, let the brave, land of the free. No suits or lies gonna bury me. True red blood runs strong tonight. This is America, we'll stand and fight. Hands grow callous, dirt under nails. Home still standing through storms and gales. They sell division, try to break the bond. We're steel, we're stone, we'll carry on. Land of the brave, land of the free. No suits or lies gonna bury me. True red blood runs strong tonight, but we stand firm, gonna make this last. Land of the brave, land of the free. No suits or lies gonna bury me. True red blood runs strong tonight. This is America, we'll stand and fight. No hollow noise from polished suits. We turn to roots, we turn to truth. We dig deep down, won't break apart. This country hears our beating heart. Yeah! No hollow noise from polished suits. We turn to roots, we turn to truth. We dig deep down, won't break apart. This country hears our beating heart. Yeah! Land of the brave, land of the free. No suits or lies gonna bury me. True red blood runs strong tonight, but we stand firm, gonna make this last. Land of the brave, land of the free. No suits or lies gonna bury me. True red blood runs strong tonight. This is America, we'll stand and fight. Yeah, we'll stand and fight. Tucked it way in the hills, dust and soil on his hands. Words of rebellion carved deep in the land. Axes line the cabin, power ready to spread. Local preppers living where freedom dared to tread. Echoes of colonies rumble in his bones. Fife and drum dreams beneath the craggy stones. He talks of liberty, whispers the old fight. Flames of revolution burning through the night. Local prepper knows the song of the guns, where the flags once flew in the rising sun. His voice like thunder from a time now blurred. He speaks the truth no man has ever heard. Old maps, creased ridges from battles long gone. Lines drawn crooked, but the spirit moves on. A chest of stories hidden beneath the floor. Chains once shattered by the ones who swore. Lantern flicker, shadows dance with ghosts. Ancestors linger haunting the coast. He waits for the reckoning, sharpening his blade. Born a revolution, unafraid, unafraid. Time has ever blurred. Local prepper knows the song of the guns, calls out the past strides as the blood spun. His voice like thunder, drumming the stir. No time has ever blurred. When central power rules the game, when thoughts controlling freedom's name, when the governed lose to government might, tell me who's got the wrong kind of right.
Good morning, everybody, and happy Tuesday. Hopefully, you guys had a great day yesterday. Hopefully, your day today is even better. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying that music. That's something I'm going to keep trying to do because I do have the ability to make more of it if I want to. But I really like those three songs. I really do enjoy those three songs. I really like the first song better than all of them. If you guys like those songs, do me a favor, put something in the chat letting me know. Well, I can't please everybody, but I can try to please as many people as possible. All right, so knocking it out. All righty then. Canada, Rose Stellar, number 2, and Cuck V, you are guttered. Who else we got in here today? Let's see. I got to scroll down. Light Raider, good morning. Attitude, Cindy Hoff, Deanna. Wow. Okay. Chat went a little crazy there. We've got Bradley Collins, West Virginia Pappy. Attitude, good to see you. Bradley Collins is in the house. Pamlico Prepper, how's my lawn? Rose Stoller, good to see you. Not a sponsor, good morning. I really hate driving through areas where they're using human waste for fertilizing. What? Yeah. Vegan Cookies is still in bed. All right, let's see here. Who else? We got Freedom Nugget. Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. Let's see here. Roach says it's like snow at Thanksgiving, but not at Christmas. We get whether we want we get it whether we want it or not, you know. The first one's a banger. There you go. I love it. I love it. See, what were you guys talking about here? You were guys talking about some food. The poll is tricky today. Insects would be the fastest way to grow protein, and is aquaponics is hindering without power. Same with hydro, but growing plants is great as long as you're not moving around. There you go. Watching from the People's Republic of Michigan. Cuck V, good to see you, bro. Good to see you. All right, guys. So today's video is inspired by the ability to make food that they can't take away from you. It's brought to you by Pfizer. No, it's not. Anybody and anybody knows that that's a joke. That is for sure. If we go to the poll, looks like we got some answers already. The question is, which off-grid system do you think is best for a crisis? 55% believe gardening for diverse crops. We got looks like a tie for the middle. Hydroponics for indoor growth and aquaponics for fish and plants is stuck at 18%. And insect farming for protein. Yum, yum, yum. We all love eating those bugs. Thank you, Bill Gates, you scumbag. All right, so I'm going to be drinking some piping hot coffee. Oh, yeah. So it's actually kind of interesting because this heater that was sent to me by a loving follower is actually makes the coffee hotter than my coffee pot does. So what I do is I pour the coffee, I put it on top of the hot plate, and then I cover it with something to keep the heat in for like the first, like while all that music's playing, and then boom, that coffee is freaking hot. I love it. I love it. Let's see here. When LP is get when LP get his own song? The girlfriend made it for me. The girlfriend made it for me. She found this AI song maker, and she made like these. She made like a song, and I don't get the rights for it unless I have like a membership. So I had to pay like $96 for this year-long membership to have the rights to these songs. But any song that we make now, we have the full rights to. So 5x5 and song is good. Good morning. Pilgrim showed up. Good to see you. Ian showed up. There we go. There we go. I have a 14 by 36 glass greenhouse with aquaponics system that runs 100% off solar and rainwater. Freedom. That is the shizzle. That is the shizzle. Not notified. Good morning. I believe it, Debbie. Debbie, what you need to do is you need to unfollow or unsubscribe and then resubscribe and make sure that your bell indicator is you got the little bell with a thingy around it. And that should take care of the problem. That should. Does girlfriend have a YouTube channel? She does not. She has a TikTok channel, but she hasn't done anything with it. It was supposed to be like my cancer journey channel, but she hasn't done anything with it. I don't know if she wants to do that. I think that she'll start like crying, and she doesn't want to do that. Um, she really does cry a lot. She's like the most crying girl I've ever met in my life, but I actually think it makes her an even better person because it kind of lets all this stuff out. You know what I'm saying? Let's see here. Good morning. I missed the notification. My second life. There we go. There we go. Guys, if you could do me a favor, if you've not hit that thumbs up button, please do so now. It does help the channel. I know that noticed that there was a handful of non-thumb upping people when things were on, and I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I take the time. I change my shirt. I make my coffee hot. I come up with all this crap for you every day. Actually, I was watching the Kentucky Sustainable Living YouTube channel this morning for a while, having interacting with them, so I got a little distracted. Anyway, got my 1776 shirt on today. I wish I could show you the back of it. It's pretty cool. I bought this damn thing at Walmart. Um, so we're going to get into this. We're going to talk about some gardening. We're going to talk about a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I've covered this subject in the past, but I think it's important now more than ever with the current things that are going to be happening. with the price of food at some point. No, I will not make any predictions, but I can tell you that day after tomorrow, I'm doing a lot of research on things that will be affected and why due to our tariff war. And some of the things that you might want to stock up on now, kind of give you the short list so that you don't get caught off guard. Always trying to take care of you. Let's see here. Vegan Cookie says, "Hey, Doomsday Prepper members, did you know you can join the Discord for even more fun vegan cookies?" Something just happened. Something just happened, and I don't know. Oh wait, so Debbie's a subscriber now. I thought Debbie was a subscriber. I don't understand what just. Let me make that screen bigger. That's what she said. What does that say? Not a sponsor. No, that's not it. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. I didn't see anything on the screen. Debbie Chandler, subscriber. Oh, I see you're redoing your. God, good girl. Good girl. Thank you. Boom. You got your name on the board. You got your name on the board. See, you guys could like unsubscribe and resubscribe and like get your name on the board like that. But you would really screw with my analytics. But have fun with it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, no, Vegan Cookies is right. We do have the Discord. We have a pretty good time in the Discord. I would love to see it more active, but I also know that, it's like it's really hard to be active in the Discord when you're trying to do the 9 to 5, and get paid. So it's completely understandable. So all right, let's go. The live Discords I think they're the funnest. We do those every Thursday at 7 p.m. Let's see here. Yippers. There you go. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into this. I'm going to sip some more of this piping hot coffee because I like it. Oh, let's see here. Straight kidding. I will talk to the girlfriend tonight. She's tomorrow. Today is labs day, and tomorrow is her second round of immunotherapy. I think, or second round. And so, like Sunday night, before having to go to start your treatment, she starts like this downhill thing where she gets more and more depressed and angry 2 or 3 days before she has to do the whatever treatment it is. It's sad, but it's happening, and this is just the way our life is now. So it is what it is. Let's see here. West Virginia bans certain food dyes and additives. I saw that. I saw that. That's freaking awesome. I'm glad to see a lot of these things are happening. All right, so let's get on this. Let's get on this. So what I want to talk to you guys is about 5 off-grid survival food systems for self-sustainability. Shut up, phone. All right, so uh the you know the fragility of modern food systems kind of underscores a critical vulnerability that we all have. The reliance on global weather, electricity, and oil for production and distribution. When these systems fail, as they might in a crisis, dependence on external food sources becomes untenable. While stockpiling canned goods or freeze-dried meals offers a temporary buffer, such reserves deplete quickly. True resilience demands self sustaining food systems capable of providing nourishment indefinitely. I've got a list of 5 of those things for off-grid survival food systems, which each has its distinct strengths and challenges, and it's designed to ensure long-term food security in uncertain times. Now, if you guys are new to the channel, the way this works is I talk about some stuff, you write about some stuff, and I talk about the stuff that you wrote. And the first thing that we're going to talk about is good old-fashioned gardening. Let's see. I need more coffee. My throat's starting to dry up already. Just good old-fashioned gardening. Just good old-fashioned gardening, guys. Now, gardening stands as a cornerstone of self-sufficient food production, enabling individuals to cultivate fruits, vegetables, and herbs in diverse settings, from expansive backyards to a modest balcony container. And it's important to start now. Um, and it's critical due to the significant learning curve involved. Now, novices may, you know, coax thriving tomatoes under ideal conditions, but mastering resilience against, pests, disease, erratic weather, it's going to require some practice. Now, gardening's reliance on climate, water, and soil quality poses challenges and producing enough to sustain a household demands substantial space. Crops. Now, maturing over weeks or months remain vulnerable to theft or natural disasters during the growth season. In most regions, year-round production necessitates preservation techniques like pressure canning or lacto fermentation to store this harvest. A greenhouse with off-grid heating can extend growing seasons, but it requires investment and some expertise. Despite these hurdles, gardening empowers individuals to control their food supply, fostering independence from volatile systems. Now, when we talk about these things, I'm going to go to the chat here in a second because I think you guys put some stuff in there. Um, a simple garden. It's like I live in an apartment, so I can't have a simple garden. But you know what? I got a lot of windows, and so I'm going to shove as many plants as I can get into those windows to gather up all that vitamin D and make as much of that O2, CO2, and H2O as possible. I think I used too many letters on the last one. Anyway, and so I can like grow me some food. And while it's almost I hate to say it, but it's almost a novelty for me because I do live in an apartment because I do Western preparedness, which is focused on storing canned foods. Um, because I don't have the property available to me here in Virginia to grow a large garden. I saw some people that were like using like very large areas to grow herbs, and that's great. That's great. As long as you got room someplace else to grow some real food, because I tell you what, you are not going to survive on sage and oregano. Okay. So those are some things to think about. I'm going to go to the chat here real quick. I'm going to check let's check the poll. We got 19 votes, 63% believe that gardening for diverse crops is the answer. 21% believe hydroponics for indoor growth, 11% for aquaponics for fish and plants, and 5% believe insect farming for protein. So people still want to eat those bugs. We also have some stuff in the chat here. Sorry to hear that. Cancer effing sucks. My wife and mom both have it right now. It's everywhere, dude. It's everywhere. I hate to say it, but it's there's the only logical thing is that it's in the food. The food that we're consuming, the chemicals that have been used, the way it's been grown, steroids in meat, all sorts of things that they've either tried to help to make more money for themselves or to make the food last longer. Um, is it's killing us. I mean, that my indicator was like 4 months ago. It's the one I keep talking about. It's like this doesn't make any sense. How the hell does a 4-year-old have colorectal cancer? Okay. It's a real problem. It's a real problem. But anyway, let's see here. Cuck V and Freedom Nugget are saying prayers for each of them. Thank you. Straight Kitten says maybe we could make a channel that's just for fun to get her mind off things like reaction videos or whatever. Um, Stray Kitten, we don't really have that problem. We're not that far down the rabbit hole that we need something like that. For the most part, I mean, she's getting chemotherapy every 14 days, or no, immunotherapy every 14 days. So, for those, 12, 11 or 12 days, everything is fine. It's just she gets reminded from time to time that she's got cancer. But for the most part, happy, gleeful, like the process is working. There is hope. So we're not there yet. We're not there yet. But that's not a bad idea. It's something to think about, Stray Kid. Let's see here. Rose says, tough. Went through my mom back in 96. Now she must be going through. Can tell she is loved. I appreciate you, Rose. I appreciate you. Food forest permaculture getting back. Oops, it's getting us back on track. And oops. By the way, guys, the giveaway that I did yesterday, the spontaneous burst into flames giveaway that I did yesterday, that went out yesterday. So oops has already got his tracking number. And yes, I'm a man of my word. All right, let's see here. Let's see here. Oops, food forest permaculture. Yeah, I love it. I love it. Um, let's see here. My Second Life says, I always suggest growing winter squash. I still have 3 in my pantry. from September, and they are still good. So what you're saying is like you can pick them and then just put them in your pantry, and they'll just like stay edible for months on end. Is that what you're saying? Because that is pretty interesting. Um, Freedom Nugget says, I love gardening, but I kind of suck at it. Laugh out loud. I'm learning about nutrients and soil pH right now. There you go. There you go. Yeah, and the thing is too is it's gotten now, so Freedom Nugget, it's gotten to the point now where you can literally like they buy pH soil pH kits on Amazon, and you can literally just test your soil pH right at home, and then find out what it is, and then whatever you're trying to go, you're trying to grow, you can balance, you can actually reference that. Like you can ask like Grok, or you can ask Google or whatever, what is the pH, the best pH range for growing tomatoes? You know what I'm saying? Growing legs of beef, or growing the growing Chinese metal products, you know what I'm saying? And it'll tell you the pH range, right? And then you can just adjust your pH range based off of your test. You know what I'm saying? You can add to or take away, that kind of thing. But yeah, that used to be a real bad thing. Like we can't grow that, man. The soil's not good for that. Now we can change our soil to match the pH levels and nutrient levels needed for certain crops. So West Virginia Pappy says community gardens share the work for elderly and disabled. There you go. Vin Cookie says if you don't have the space, start small. Even a tiny pot by your 30th floor apartment window. Having the practice and knowledge of gardening is invaluable. I tell you what, just remember to water the damn thing. That's magical. That's magical. Um, I don't want to overwater. I've got three tomato plants in my window right now, and the first day it sucked down an entire bulb. So I'm like, okay, well, maybe it was thirsty, but I put another one in it, and that one is kind of slowing down a little bit. But I need to check it today. Otherwise, I just forget about the damn things because I haven't done gardening in so long. Perennials and fruit nut trees. I love it. H2O. Herbs are great, but they don't fill your belly. There you go. Bugs, fish bait. There you go. Bugs are fish bait. And the funny thing is that's actually an industry. You can get on with some people that your local fishing shops. Hey, oh, by the way, I got crickets for sale. Alive crickets for sale. You know what I'm saying? Let's see here. Let's see. Insect cookies. What? Someone just made some noise. What was that noise? Looks like Bernard just joined. Bernard, thank you for becoming a subscriber. I appreciate you, bro. I really wish I could make this screen bigger so I could see these things, but maybe I need to get one of those things where like you can like add a screen to your laptop and stuff like that, so I don't have to like laptop screen. I want like two big screens so I can see this whole thing. But it looks like Bernard Anthony, thank you for two. It's like Ricky Bobby, man. It's like a fancy Ricky Bobby. Welcome to the stream, man. Welcome to the stream, and make sure you hit that. Make sure you hit that bell so you get your notifications. It's the biggest problem we have in the prepper community, where people are not getting notified when people are going live in the prepper space. All right, let's see here. Yeah, I live next to a small river. I can turn those bugs into 15-pound catfish. There you go, Freedom. Let's see. Thoughts and prayers for you both. Appreciate you, Debbie. Rose says, two, need to plan and plant accordingly. Plant cold weather plants in spring, harvest them your warm weather, and repeat with cold weather items that will be in ground or the winter. I have this awesome, awesome book. And I'm kind of getting away from it, but I have a book that's like, I think it's called like When to Plant or something. And it's a book that talks about like regions, and like it tells you when you're like month by month what you're supposed to be planting and what you're supposed to be doing. It's almost like a instant to-do list. What is that? Ancient K. Thank you for subscribing, bro. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. It's a big problem. It's a big problem. Let's see here. Seeking star water. Hopefully, I haven't skipped over. Sprouting is my choice. Sunflower seeds will provide greens in 2 to 3 days. Other seeds like alfalfa and mung beans may take longer but need no soil. Yes, I used to do a huge thing on sprouts. You guys have probably seen some of my shorts in the last week or two. I've kind of repurposed them for YouTube. They used to be on TikTok. But I love growing sprouts. Sprouts are awesome. Sprouts, I was surviving on sprouts and avocado for weeks on end. Get the broccoli sprouts, get the salad sprouts, so delicious. Freedom says acorn squash stays good for a long time in storage too. Okay, cool. Winter squash lasts for a year or more in the right conditions. I hate most squash though. See, I don't mind squash. I don't mind squash. It's just got to cook it properly. We actually made a what is it? Squash lasagna, and it's delicious. Let's see here. Small amounts of wood ash and bone meal are great for your heavy eaters like tomatoes. Ah, there we go. There we go. That's good to know. Um, here in southern Louisiana, the LSU Agricultural Center, there you go. They have tons of free info and online classes you guys hearing that? You hearing that? You guys hearing that? LSU Agriculture Center. Can I copy and paste that? Lots of online free stuff. I need to find that link like right now and share it with you. Um, Agriculture Center. I'm gonna find that link for you right now so we don't forget it. LSC Ag Center. All right. Come on, Google. But they must have a bad case. Events, our office topics, services. Let's try services, apps, facilities, shop, flood, job, winter weather, store, gym, crime stat, extensions, research. Ah, you know what? I don't have time to do this, guys. I'm gonna just give you guys the link. Um, that's the link right there to the LSU Ag Center. And if they've got all the free stuff, then do it. Extensions, teaching. Let's try teaching. LSU passion, blah blah blah. Alumni, friends, prospects, students. Yeah. Hey, who posted that? Freedom Nugget. Hey, Freedom Nugget. Do me a favor. Was it you that posted that? Let me see here. Yeah, it was Freedom Nugget. Do me a favor. Okay, there's my email, Freedom Nugget. Do me a favor, send me an email if you can find that stuff. I would love to share that out with everybody. Full props to Freedom Nugget for bringing that information into light because, if it's free, it's for me, man. It's just that easy. Hold on a second. Cancer girlfriend is sending me a text. Um, North Carolina this weekend. Um, uh, I got to check the weather. Got to check the weather. Oh, she does this to me. It's like she knows when I'm live streaming, and she just come on, go, go, have luck. There you go. Now I have to watch an advertisement. I really hate these. Every app they got to put a freaking advertisement in the damn thing. Friday, 7. Yes, yes, we're gonna go to North Carolina. Yes, yes. All right, message sent. Hopefully she receives it. All right, sorry about that, guys. Let's see here. My Second Life says you can cut stems about 6 inches long and leave them outside on the ground to cure. I flip them over each day during curing. I do check them each week in the pantry. I did lose two. All right, so you're talking about the squash, and so you leave stems on them to cure. Uh, does curing these things make them last longer? Is it necessary? I'm trying to figure out. This is something I've never heard of before. Let's see. You can also sell insects to pets stores as food. All states have ag centers with tons of info. There you go. Oops. I used to like peanut butter alfalfa sprout sandwiches. Oh wow. Okay. Plant a fish before you plant your tomatoes. Yes, that's the old Indian way. Yes. I don't know if I do that. I think it has a lot to do with where you're planting your food. You know what I'm saying? Extension office in my state, South Dakota. There you go. Nice. Good to see. Hey, Cindy. Good to see you. Good to see you. All right. So let's see here. Yay! So we're going to North Carolina this weekend. I got to go mow the property, and so it'll be 3 weeks worth of grass growing there. Hopefully it's not too bad. Anywho, let's get back on point. Let's get back on point because we're like halfway through the live stream already and we haven't covered everything. Okay, so let's move on to hydroponics. Now, Hydroponics offers a soilless alternative, growing plants in nutrient-rich water, often within controlled indoor environments. The system excels where soil is scarce and contaminated, and its concealed nature can protect crops from external threats. Hydroponic setups yield faster growth for certain crops, maximizing efficiency in limited spaces. However, the system's dependency on electricity for water pump and growing lights introduces a critical vulnerability. While a modest solar array can mitigate this, the technical complexity of maintaining nutrient balance and system functionality demands preparation. Initial costs for equipment, including reservoirs, pumps, and lighting, can deter beginners. Yet, for those willing to learn, hydroponics provides a compact, high yield solution, particularly in urban or compromised environments, ensuring food security without traditional land requirements. So basically, the whole hydroponics thing is we're going to grow without soil. We've seen this many, many, many times before. Interestingly enough, I always thought it was neat how when you're doing sprouts that you soak them in water and then you try to keep as much water off them as possible, and they bloop, they don't need sunlight. You just put something on top of them and they just grow in the dark. They just grow in the dark. So let's see here. I'm not sure what the one is for Debbie. Appreciate you. Let's see here. All states extension office. Your local extension office are associated with major universities in all states. Purdue, Ohio State. Gotcha. Second line says RE squash curing hardens the skin. Oh, I see. And how long do you have to? I mean, if you put it out there, I didn't see it. How long do you have to cure the squash? And it doesn't need does it need sunlight, or is this just like direct sunlight, or is this just like you can leave it on your table kind of thing? You know what I'm saying? What's with all the number ones? Who's in top chat? Oops. Who's in top chat? I'm in top chat. I'm so sorry. Thank you very much. Going to live chat. I'm such a dipstick. Uh, 5 days or more. Okay. I still don't know what the ones are about. I don't remember saying put a number one in the chat if you whatever, you know. Uh, Now I think you guys are just doing it to mess with me now. So all right, so 5 days or more, and then like how long do we have to wait do it? Oh, we're halfway through. Oh, I said it. We're halfway to it. Fine, 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 and fine. I do have something to read to you. And if you're new to the channel, halfway through the live stream, we always show our patronage, our patriotic side. If you love your country, not your government, but if you love your country, put a number one in the chat. America. I'm going to drink some coffee. I'm going to talk some smack. I'm going to read you some stuff because this is an educational channel, and I'm going to pay the bills. All right, guys. So I've got Refuge up again. Why? Because they're freaking great. But I have something for you. I got to find it. Where are we at here? I got something from Refuge Medical the other day, and it kind of got my attention. And the big question is, are you part of the 47%? You're like, what are we talking about? Well, it's pretty simple. So 32 or 36.2% of trauma-related deaths could have been prevented with immediate first aid. Massive bleeding can cause death in under 5 minutes, but most EMS takes 10 plus minutes to arrive. Less than 47 people feel confident, or 47% of people feel confident, excuse me, enough to apply a tourniquet to stop bleeding. Interesting. Facts matter. According to the American College of Emergency Physicians, less than 40% of people feel confident enough to apply a tourniquet to control severe bleeding. This hesitation can be a difference between life and death, especially in trauma situations. While another study published on PubMed showed that 36.2% of trauma-related deaths were potentially preventable with bleeding being the leading cause. Having proper training and tools on hand and feeling confident to use them can make all the difference in saving a life before help arrives. And Refuge Medical wants to help you gain the confidence you need and equip you to act when seconds count, guys. All American, all products, fabrics, equipment sourced in America. All American. Yes, Americans make the product in America for Americans. 100% money back guarantee, guaranteed for life. I don't know about the 100% money back guarantee thing. Guaranteed for life because I'm going from memory. And if you rip something up, send it back to them, they'll send you a new one. If you use the product saving a life, you write them a little letter and they verify it and they'll send you that product back. So if you use the tourniquet, bandages, whatever you use, they'll send it back to you and they're going to sing high praise in your name. Guys, the equipment is not cheap, but it is exactly what you need in an emergency situation. It's kind of like the Glock of medicine. You know what I'm saying? So guys, I recommend you take a look at it if you want to save a few dollars, like 15%. That's actually pretty intense for an affiliate ship world, and it's normally 10%. But 15% off your purchase, code local prepper, all one word, down there. Mike in the way, Mike in the way, down there. Guys, just do it. Just do it. Also, if you guys spend over $299, you get a free Mother's Day basket. Look at their website, refugemedical.com. All right, we're going to get off of that, back on the main. All right, so we paid those bills, we paid those bills, we paid those bills. This thing says my chat rate is 0, and that is not possible. That is not possible in any way, shape, or form. All right, so let's see here. All right, let's see here. Let's see here. Well, it's 10:30 is why. I got you. There has been down here in Selmer, Tennessee, and I can't get away to get there. Yeah, I know he's been on the road. He's in the process of doing some of the his 501(c) stuff down there, doing like cutting trees down and helping people out. He's gonna start making the preparedness and homesteading tours here in the next few months, so you might be able to catch him there. Let's see. Well, actually, I was being a sheep. We are talking and saw ones, so I followed. Oh, you were just being a little sheeple, weren't you, Rose? It happens. It's a good place to follow people. It's a good place. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue on. The next thing we want to talk about is rearing animals. Now, I don't like that term animal husbandry. It always sounds a little dirty to me, but those are the words they use. So, raising small animals like chickens or rabbits offers a reliable protein source for off-grid living. Unlike large livestock like cows or pigs, which attract attention and are impractical to relocate, small animals suit survival scenarios like chickens produce eggs and meat and their waste enriches compost, enhancing soil fertility. Rabbits, with their rapid breeding, ensure a steady meat supply in minimal space. Don't forget they're very low on fat, so you need to have you need to have something backup. You can't survive on rabbits alone; you'll die. Both can be created and moved or traded and moved to safer locations if you need to do that. However, animals require secure housing to deter predators or thieves, and their feed must be sourced or grown as commercial supplies may vanish in a crisis. Basically, if you're going to have these animals, you need to know what to feed them and how to get that food without having to go to the store. Knowledge of animal husbandry, I don't like it, from health management to breeding is essential. Despite these demands, small animals deliver consistent nutrition, making them a practical choice for self reliance. And yes, Bradley, quail always pops up when we talk about small animals. A lot of people don't think about it. I mean, to me, quail is like you know, it's like a survival food. You know what I'm saying? It's like fish. It's like they're just so small. I mean, I don't know if the juice is worth the squeeze on that, but it would be food. So, uh, uh, my my wife would say I'm an animal hubbo. Quails and runner ducks are much quieter than chickens. What's a runner duck? I don't know what a runner duck is. I've had ducks before and they can be loud, but only when they're scared. 420 showed up. Oh, you freaking stoner just woke up. Let's see here. Rose says, sorry, but rearing animals sound suspect as well, right? Yeah, rearing animals. Yeah, that doesn't sound right at all, does it? West Virginia Pappy says, maintain foraging crops, mushrooms, ramps, etc. I tell you what, yesterday's live stream really got my brain going. It's like growing mushrooms. I love mushrooms. Mushrooms are packed with protein. They're packed with so many things that are good for you. I'm wondering if you could like live off of mushrooms alone. Unless, it's like, is there something in there? Kind of like if you tried to live off tuna alone, you would die of mercury poison eventually. It's like I wonder how many mushrooms I could eat before I died. The khaki Campbell duck lays lots of eggs, and that's great. But eating too many duck eggs is not good for you. The cholesterol in them is through the roof. It's through the roof. All right, I'm going to be speaking to one of my friends here, one of my longtime followers here. We're going to talk about aquaponics. I'll eat all the pets in the neighborhood when you all got the munchies too. Listen, 420, take my advice. Don't eat the cats unless it's like truly life or death. Cats taste awful, 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 awful. All right, let's see here. Aquaponics. So, aquaponics integrates farming with hydroponics, creating a closed loop system that produces both plant based foods and protein rich fish, which it, fish waste is it's fish poop. It fertilizes the plants that grow in the hydroponic beds, while plants filter and purify the water for the fish. It's called synergy, and it makes aquaponics highly efficient, suitable for outdoor or indoor setups, and capable of meeting diverse nutritional needs. It has a compact footprint that suits small spaces, and the dual output vegetables and fish enhance dietary variety. Yet aquaponics is not without complexity. So, balancing fish health, water quality, and plant growth requires technical knowledge and expertise. Uh, Pumps and occasional lighting necessities, or it necessitates a a small but reliable power source, such as solar panels. Starting early allows practitioners to refine the system before a crisis, ensures a robust food supply when external resources collapse. And if you guys don't know this, aquaponics was actually invented by the Japanese, oh, I don't know, like 2,000 years ago. What they would do is they would put their crayfish from the cray. They had a cray pond, but they would have they had crayfish, and they would link the cray pond to their rice paddies, and the fish would swim around and eat whatever was in the rice paddies and make all sorts of poop, and so the water was like all poopy, and you get some poopy rice. It made some good rice. So yeah, that's what that is. That's what that is. All right, so let's go ahead and check the poll because we're getting towards the end of this. Off-grid systems, do you think is best for crisis? 61, we got 23 votes, which is not bad. There's only 22 people in here, but they're rolling in and out. 61% believe gardening for diverse crops. That's true. 22% believe hydroponics for indoor growth. 13% aquaponics for fish and plants. And 4% believe insect farming for protein. Somebody still thinks we should be eating bugs. Okay, okay. What do we got here? I water my garden with water from my pond. There you go. It's extremely smart. It's extremely smart, and more people should be doing it. Watch out for the guinea hens. They're good alert animals. Yes, yes. Guineas are great unless you live in an area that has lots of predatory birds. They pretty much disappear after that. Let's see here. Mushrooms alone would mean you wouldn't get any fat and not less. They're very true, Bradley. Very true. In aquaponics, the poop is good for mineralization after it's broken down, but it's the pee and exhale gas from the fish that feeds the plants. Well, did not know that. Okay. Let's see here. I use zero chemicals from seed to food. I love it, 420, man. You're going to live for like 100 years. Easy, easy, man. Easy. All right. So, next thing, highest on the list, Insect farming. So, insect farming presents an unconventional yet nutrient dense food source, rich in protein, healthy healthy fats, and micronutrients. Crickets, ants, or mealworms can be raised in minimal space, requiring little water or feed compared to traditional livestock. Some insects, like crickets, can be ground into flour for versatile cooking. Others, like pan-fried ants, offer palatable flavors. Bees provide honey, a natural sweetener and medicinal resource, which, with some certain larvae can serve therapeutic purposes such as wound cleaning, believe it or not. The cultural aversion in some regions may pose a psychological barrier, but insect consumption is standard in many global cuisines. The United Nations, oh no, has even promoted insects as a sustainable food to address global shortages. Low resource demands and rapid reproduction make insects a resilient option, though scaling production to meet caloric needs requires careful planning. That's right. They don't have a lot of calories in them. They got a lot. They're good for nutrients and proteins, but they don't have a lot of calories in them. So it's more like, yeah, your muscles will love them, but your energy will be super duper low. Uh, a- a- no thanks. Besides, our government trying to unalive us. I'm in the 4% for the bugs, not necessary to eat but quickly protein and fish aren't biting. There you go. And Alrighty says Canada has invested heavily into cricket farming. That's interesting. That's interesting. All right. So with that said, let's talk about the fact that no single system is going to suffice. Each of these systems, gardening, hydroponics, rearing animals, aquaponics, and insect farming, they offer unique advantages, but also inherent limitations. Now, gardening fails without ample space or favorable conditions. Hydroponics and aquaponics hinge on technical expertise and power. Um, Animal and insects face risks of theft or predators. You know, a crisis unpredictably demands redundancy, relying solely on one system's uh, one system kind of courts failure if collapse under specific pressures. Combining multiple systems now. Perhaps a garden for staples, chickens for protein, and insects as a backup, creates a resilient food web. Starting now, while resources and time allow, maybe measure your mastery before necessity strikes. Now, as usual, we're going to talk about some recommendations. So, some recommendations for building off-grid systems. Interesting. I'm going to drink some coffee. I'm going to drink some coffee. Stupid tariff made the crickets more expensive. Guess I'll go back just to catching them in the woods myself. There you go. All right, so let me see what we got here. All right, that's we're getting there. We're getting there. Probably gonna we might run over. We'll see. I don't care. So to implement these systems effectively, I want you to consider the following actionable steps. Each designed to address practical challenges and enhance long-term success. So start small and scale gradually. Begin with manageable projects, a few garden beds, a small hydroponics tray, or a handful of chickens, just to build skills without becoming overwhelmed. For gardening, um, experiment with high yield crops like beans or squash to learn soil management because that's kind of important. In hydroponics, start with herbs like basil to understand nutrient dosing. Um, Maybe small animal husbandry might be, with 3 hens to master egg collection and coop maintenance. This approach is going to minimize financial risk and build confidence, allowing expansion as expertise grows. Um, for instance, um, a successful balcony garden can evolve into a backyard plot, or a single aquaponic tank can multiply into a full system. And these are things that we need to really think about because we've got to start someplace. If you haven't started yet, we've got to start someplace, and that is the important thing. The first step to every journey, is exactly that. The first step. You got to take it. You got to take it. Um, we probably need a permit to have crickets. Yeah, exactly. I believe it. Let's see here. Sure, I can't afford the luxury of crickets. 12 gauge. Bradley says there are some simple builds for black soldier flies that are not going to help make compost, but also the larvae will feed your chickens and good fish bait. There you go. There you go. I don't like the idea. I can just see that being a problem, like growing flies. Ugh, yeah. Yucky. All right, so the next thing is invest in education and hands-on practice. So, knowledge is critical as tools. Study gardening through local workshops or online courses, focus on organic methods and pest control. For the hydroponics and the aquaponics, seek tutorials on pH balancing and system troubleshooting. Uh, Animal care requires learning about feed alternatives, like things like kitchen scraps for chickens and basic health checks. Um, Insect farming demands research into species like crickets, including optimal temperatures and feed like vegetable scraps. You can feed insects vegetable scraps. Hands-on practice, starting a compost pile, assembling a hydroponics rig, or raising a small insect colony, Bradley, solidifies theoretical knowledge, preparing you for real world challenges. Another thing we can do is to stockpile essential resources, um, secure seeds, uh, nutrients, and how and feed now to avoid shortages, the things you're going to need to feed these animals, right? Non-hybrid heirloom seeds ensure gardening independence as they can be saved year after year for hydroponics and aquaponics. I'm going to stop right here. When I talk about seeds, you guys know about my cucumber. Somebody told me I couldn't grow cucumbers from Walmart cucumbers. I've done it over and over and over, and then use those seeds to make more cucumbers. Once you've done that, they're now heirloom seeds, and it's just like over and over and over. It can be done. It can be done, guys. All right, so for hydroponics and aquaponics, store nutrient solutions or learn to produce them from compost teas. You guys didn't know about that, did you? Compost teas. Stockpile or grow animal feed, such as grains for chickens or greens for rabbits, to bridge gaps in the supply. Insect farming requires minimal inputs, but maintaining a reserve of organic waste or grain ensures continuity. These reserves act as a buffer, allowing systems to function during distributions or disruptions like trade collapse and resource scarcity. All right, we're gonna go to the chat here real quick. Let's see. Basil will grow crazy in your hydro with little work. Wow, my tomatillos. I love those. We used to share pictures of that crap, Bradley. Get your ass back in gear. Put it back in. We love seeing that stuff in the Discord, man. Turned out huge for a single plant in my hydro setup last year. Pump died while I was out of town for the weekend. Fix that shit. Let's see. Basil will also repel many pest insects. Very true. Bradley says, nope. Yet set it up and larvae will crawl out of the bin and into your bucket for you. Then you just got to get over holding a maggot, which isn't nearly as bad as. No, it's not that bad. Um, let's see. Bradley says, yes, I will confuse the noise of many of the moths that lay their eggs in the tomatoes. Also, symbiotic to them, making tomatoes tastier. Okay. Plant seeds, pointy side down or up. Plant seed. I don't know. I don't know. I just drop them in whole. Well, I mean, I don't plant the seeds. I sprout the seeds and then I plant them. So that kind of tells me which end they come up. Basil helps rid area of red Japanese beetles. Research from other plants to rid mosquito or other vermin just need to follow how to get rid of possums or raccoons. It's called a fence. It's called metal, and even then you probably can't stop them if they really want it. All right, so another one is to develop off-grid power solutions. Systems like hydroponics and aquaponics rely on electricity for pumps or light, and even gardening benefits from powered tools like water pumps. A DIY solar panel system sized to meet minimal needs, like 100 to 300 watts for pumps, ensures independence. Learn to install and maintain panels, batteries, and inverters through online guides or local experts. For animals or insect systems, solar power fencing or lighting can deter predators. Testing these pumps now, powering a small pump or light, confirms reliability before crisis, reducing the risk of system failure when grid power vanishes. All right, let's see here. What do we got here? Gonna do watermelons this year in my hydro if I can get it. Then started soon. I have some yellow and orange melons. There you go. Use plant nets mesh to cover to prevent bugs getting into the plants. Raccoons are dark a great dark roasts. Are a great dark. Are you talking about eating raccoons? I don't know if I'd do that. Um, I mean, if I had to, I had to. But anyway, the next one is to build community networks. Now, food security thrives on collaboration. Connect with local gardeners, preppers, or farmers to exchange seeds, share equipment, or trade knowledge. A community garden can pool resources for tools like tillers, while a prepper group might invest in a solar array. Bartering, swapping eggs for vegetables or insect flour for tools. This is going to strengthen resilience within the community. These networks also provide mutual defense against theft, as neighbors can watch over each other's systems. Joining online forums or attending local meetups fosters these connections, creating a support system for learning and resource sharing. Guys, that's the community is the hardest thing. Community is why you guys are all here. That's why you're all here. It's not because I'm super entertaining. It's because we're creating a community of preppers that have multiple years of knowledge and focus, and information sharing, because that's really what community is about. So all right, so we're near the end. So these recommendations that I'm giving you, they emphasize preparation, adaptability, and community. Starting small builds confidence. Education endures competence. Stockpiling secures input. Off-grid power guarantees functionality. And community ties amplify your resources. Together, these steps transform theoretical systems into practical, life sustaining realities ready to weather any storm. Okay. I'm here for the hats. Oh man, today's Tuesday. I didn't do anything. Okay, I'll do it. No, I can't do it tomorrow. I'll do it. I'll do it Thursday. I'll do it Thursday. Let's see. Yeah, you're entertaining at times. I know. I've been told that, but I don't believe it. So I can't tell a joke to save my life, so I don't even try. Okay, guys. Let's see here. We've just come to the end of the hour. I have said everything that I want to say. If you want to put something in the chat, do it now. If you want to do the polls, now is the time to do that. The question is off-grid food systems. Do you think which food system do you think is best for a crisis? 62% believe gardening for diverse crops. 21% believe hydroponics for indoor growth. 12% aquaponics for fish and plants, and 4% for insect farming for protein. Okay, nice. All right, guys. We weren't here for community. We're here just to listen to your voice and watch you wear the grand poobah hat. Well, I didn't ask for any money today, so that didn't happen. That didn't happen. I apologize. I didn't give you the opportunity to do that. So all right, guys, that's going to be about it for today. Who said it was for your jokes just being you is great. I appreciate you, Rose. All right, guys, that's going to be about it. Stay safe. Have a great day. And if you haven't hit that thumbs up button, Now is the time to do it. Now is the time to do it. Have a great day, guys. I'll see you when I see you. Bye bye.